Hello students, in today's class we'll learn about fractions. Now we will watch video of equivalent fractions, comparing fractions, addition and subtraction of like fractions.
So, for this inter-school theme party, we need to make our accessories on our own.
So say, if I wish to become a king, I have to make my crown and my sword on my own.
Wow! Come on then, let us get started. Yes, let us. Okay, so the paper has 10 folds. We have to cut 6 parts out of these 10 parts. I don't get it. Oh, it is the simple use of fractions. I think you need to refresh your memory a little. Remember what we had learned about fractions? When an object is divided into a number of equal parts, then each part is called a fraction of the whole. So in your case, the circle has 10 equal parts. And how many do you need? 6. There you go. 6 equal parts. Get it? But is this an equivalent fraction? Whoa! Where did you hear that term? I remember. In class some days back, our teacher was telling us something about fractions. And then she said this term. Let me tell you why. This crown is made of 6 upon 10 of paper. So, 6 equal parts of the same paper. This is just one fraction. Equivalent fractions involve more than one fraction. We take a fraction and find out another fraction, which is equal in value to that fraction. Let us consider 4 circles. Divide the first circle in 2 equal parts and shade one part. Divide the second circle in 4 equal parts and shade 2 parts. Now, divide the third circle in 6 equal parts and shade 3 parts. Lastly, divide the fourth circle in 8 equal parts and shade 4 parts. We can observe that the same part of the circle is shaded in all the figures. Thus, 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6, 4 upon 8 represent the same portion of the circle and are equal. 1 upon 2 equals 2 upon 4 equals 3 upon 6 equals 4 upon 8. All these are equivalent fractions. We can find equivalent fractions for any given fraction. Imagine this very paper. If I said that the paper has 20 equal folds and not 10, then how many parts would you require to make your crown? I don't know. Simple. I multiplied the denominator by 2, right? 10 into 2 equals 20. So, you multiplied the numerator also by 2. So, 6 multiplied by 2 is equal to 12. I would need 12 parts. Correct. Similarly, we can find the equivalent fractions of other fractions as well. To form equivalent fractions of a given fraction, the numerator and the denominator are multiplied or divided by the same number. By multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number, except 0, its value does not change. For example, let us find the equivalent fractions of 1 upon 2. Multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 2, we get 2 upon 4. Multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 3, we get 3 upon 6. Thus, 1 upon 2 equals 2 upon 4 equals 3 upon 6. Similarly, we can even divide the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number to find its equivalent fractions. Let us take the fraction 4 upon 8. Dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2, we get 2 upon 4. Dividing the numerator and the denominator by 4, we get 1 upon 2. Thus, 4 upon 8 equals 2 upon 4 equals 1 upon 2.
Okay, this is done. Look at the 6 equal parts. Now, I just need to glue them all together.
You know, Kabir, there is something else that struck me while reading Isha's magic wand procedure.
What?
See, here it says cut 4 leaves of the pink sheet and 3 leaves of the purple sheet. Both these sheets have 7 leaves each. And we are using different colors to make the flower on the top of the wand. This is comparison of fractions. We can compare fractions when the denominators of two fractions are equal. When the denominators are equal, the fraction with the smaller numerator is smaller. Let us understand these sheets, 4 upon 7 and 3 upon 7, using pictures. On comparing the shaded portion of the two fractions, more of the circle is shaded in 4 upon 7 than in 3 upon 7. So, 4 upon 7 is greater than 3 upon 7. So, if the denominators of the fractions are equal, then the fraction with the smaller numerator is smaller. However, we can even compare fractions with same numerators and different denominators. If the numerators of the fractions are equal, then the fraction with the larger denominator is smaller. Let us represent 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 4 using pictures. On comparing the shaded portion of the two fractions, more of the circle is shaded in 1 upon 4 than in 1 upon 6. So, 1 upon 6 is smaller than 1 upon 4. So, if the numerators of the fractions are equal, then the fraction with the larger denominator is smaller.
Mom, we are done making our accessories.
Wow, very good. Oh, Isha, your wand is as pretty as you.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, you guys finish this watermelon and then go dress up.
Hey, Kabir. See how your mom has cut the watermelon equally into 8 slices. We can learn fractions even here. Fractions in watermelons? Yes, let me explain. If you eat 3 upon 8 of the watermelon and Isha eats 1 upon 8 of the watermelon, then in all, what fraction of the watermelon do you both eat? To solve this problem, you need to add the fractions. To add 2 or more fractions having the same denominators, we first need to add the numerators and then write the sum over the same denominator. Here, the denominator of the fractions 3 upon 8 and 1 upon 8 is 8. 3 and 1 are the numerators of the fractions. We need to add 3 and 1 and write the sum over the same denominator. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Thus, you both ate 4 upon 8 of the watermelon. Subtraction of like fractions. Similarly, we can even find who ate more and by how much by subtracting the fractions. To subtract 2 or more fractions having the same denominator, we need to subtract the numerators and write the difference over the same denominator. Here, we will find the difference between the numerators and write it over the same denominator. 3 minus 1 is 2. Thus, you ate 2 upon 8 parts more of the watermelon than Isha.
Dear students, I hope you enjoyed the video. We will start now exercise 1. First main, write 2 equivalent fractions each for the colored part. Here you can observe that circle has divided into 12 equal parts. Among 12, one part has colored green. So, fraction is 1 by 12. Next, to make equivalent fraction of 1 by 12, multiply numerator by 2 and even denominator by 2. We will get 2 by 24. Second sum, find the first 4 equivalent fractions by multiplication. Multiply numerator and denominator by 2, 3, 4 and 5 in each case. Eighth sum, 2 by 5. Multiply numerator by 2 and denominator by 2. We will get 4 by 10. And again we'll multiply numerator by 3 and denominator by 3. We'll get 6 by 15. Now multiply denominator and numerator by 4. We'll get 2 into 4 equal to 8. 5 into 4 equal to 20. Answer is 8 by 20. Again multiply 2 by 5 and 5 by 5. We'll get 2 5s are 10. 5 5s are 25. Answer is 10 by 25. Third main, in each case find 2 equivalent fractions by division. Eighth sum, 8 by 16. Here you can observe that 8 and 16 is divisible by 2. So 8 divided by 2 we will get 4 and 16 divided by 2 we will get 8. Now again both numbers are, that is 8 and 16 divisible by 4. So when 8 divided by 4 will get 2, 16 divided by 4 will get 4. Answer is 2 by 4. Here they asked to find out only 2 equivalent fraction by division. One more equivalent fraction, that is 8 and 16, both the numbers divisible by 8. So instead of 2 you can take 8 also. Fourth main, fill in the blanks to make the fractions equivalent. First sum, 2 divided by 9. So we have to fill the box. You can observe that if I multiply denominator, that is 9, by 2, we'll get 18. So that is the required number. If you multiply for the denominator, you should multiply to numerator also. So 2 into 2 will get 4. 4 by 18. Before going to next main, we'll explain one example sum. Check if the fractions are equivalent. Fractions given 9 by 12 and 3 by 4. Here you have to do cross multiplication to check given fractions are equivalent or not. That is 12 into 3 which equal to 36. 9 into 4 equal to 36. Here you can find that cross product are equal. So 9 by 12 and 3 by 4 are equivalent. If the cross products are not equal, then both fractions are not equivalent. Similarly, do fifth main. Check if the fractions are equivalent. Put a right mark for the equivalent and cross for not equivalent. Thank you, children.